I always have to take things apart that are electronic, especially when I got a new one to replace it. So this is the old water boiler. It was excellent for many years, made in Germany. Here's the new one. There's the old one. I put the new pot on the old unit to make sure it doesn't work, or it does work, so I know it's not the base. So I took apart the switch, and you know, on your compressors, on an AC compressor, where you have the little bimetallic switch. So here's the heat switch right here. It's heat sensitive, just like on your compressor when you have an overload or when you're overheating on the compressor for the safety cutout for the power. You turn it on right here. There, it's on. Then it has the bimetallic switch in here, and it's pressed up right against the water pot right inside here. And when it senses the boiling water, it gets to a certain temperature. And here it goes. You'll see that little bimetallic metal. The metal will depress on that little button that you see way inside there, just like on a compressor, and you'll watch it kick off. Did you see it move? Watch. It's up. And I'll pretend that I'm heating up the metal right here, and it's pressing on the little, this goes so easy, watch. 1, 2, that's it. And this is the same device that works inside a compressor. Now, years ago, when I was a child, when I was a kid, you know, in my parents' and grandparents' time, it was even better. But what you can do is you would open something like this, and you would look in the parts manual that would come inside. Every device that you get would have a list of parts. So you can order a handle, you could order the plastic base, you would order the glass, you can order these wiring harnesses individually, you would be able to order this switch. So many years ago, you would call up, or on a piece of paper, you would fill out your order list and you would send it, and in several days it would get to a company, and about 5 to 8 weeks later, you, for probably 75 cents or $1, you would get a switch like this back in the mail. That was before the internet and before disposable electronics. But nowadays, you're not going to get this little proprietary switch that they have made arranged like this. But I was taught by my grandfather and father that every time something broke, you would break out the sheet that came with every device you had, or order the book, or you go down to your local appliance repair shop, and they'd look up the part number, they would have a big book on the company, and they would open up and they'd go through the list, and they'd find this and they'd order it, and they'd either fix it for you or you would pay your $1 for it. But not anymore. But yeah, that's all it was just a thermal limit switch, no longer making contact. So when I ohm it out down here, there's no contact going through from the switch itself. The thermal is still working, but the actual switching mechanism inside, the resistance is too high resistance. That's all.